I went to the military once I got out because I was like, man, my mom ain't got no money, like, and I ain't gonna ask her to take no loan or nothing because I seen her, the debt she took on and how she used money. Like my mom didn't teach me how to be financially literate or be good with my money. She showed me how to be bad with money. You get me?
Beautiful. The mistakes you learned from.
Exactly. I learned from her mistakes. So I was like, I ain't gonna get no credit card. I just stick to the debit. So I was never in credit card debt in my younger years. You get me? So anyways, I went to the military, joined, and man, life took off from there. Military taught me how to be a man, gave me discipline. It was just everything I needed at that time. And I knew it could provide that for me. So hence why I took it. I was like, I'm not a man. I was like, man, if I go to school, I'm probably going to be playing video games, not doing my schoolwork. So I was like, and I didn't get straight A's, so I couldn't get a scholarship. That's my fault.
So it sounds like you took a dive into the deep end because that's what you needed for your character to be built.
To be leveling up. Yeah, there we go, right?
So let's go back again. Where was your father?
He passed away when I was 1.
So okay.
Yeah. In a car accident.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Got you. And how was that growing up without a father?
Yeah, most of the things I use, like even today, I use other men as like teachers, mentors. So
Heroes.
Because I didn't have the dad, I think a lot of people would just be like, I got my daddy, I'm good. But for me, I didn't have it. So I had to look to uncles. I had to look to mentors. People in the police department were leaders and role models to me at a young age. So I really pulled from a lot of men that were around me in my community, and at least the ones I connected with. And it was a real good friend I made. His name was Christopher. His dad was a good man. He worked for the CDC. I didn't know where he worked though, but he worked in DC. But he was a model that I used to look at and was like, man, this seems like a good father. And then I just watched him and listened to him.
Yeah. Seems like you have such a cool persona and demeanor throughout that challenging childhood. What sort of attributes do you put it down to? That
I think just being observant and knowing oneself. So I knew myself and my inefficiencies and my problems. I had trouble growing up because, my mom, got with a crack dealer. So he was like dealing drugs in the neighborhood and all. Remember, suburbs kicking it. And then she started linking up with this guy from Baltimore. He came to the suburbs and sold drugs and did crazy stuff. He used to beat on me, all types of stuff. And I run to the police and tell them, and they'll see my back and I look like a slave. It was wild. But I think everybody has struggles growing up, yeah?
Totally.
And so I never blamed anybody, not even him.
That's exactly what I was
He was a drug dealer.
Thinking you've had a tiny iota of victim mentality in you. You've just accepted all the challenges that you've gone through. And you've learned and
keep moving, man.
Gone through, just built from it.
Nobody's gonna help you, and I especially learned that because he had his own child, and then there was my sister, but he couldn't touch my sister because my uncles would beat him up, right? So he just really messed up with me the most. But I was troubled kids and I had some troubled ways. So he could have been trying to straighten me out, you get? So I wasn't perfect. I had to go to police camp and stuff. So
really?
Yeah. I used to run from the police like a mug, right? Yeah.
Tell us some of the biggest obstacles and challenges that you faced while growing up.
Man, just myself. I ain't gonna front. And the other kids I hung out with, but I can't put it on them. But net, it was just like, we just got into trouble because we was bored a lot of times. And once I went to police camp or I met my friend, the guy I was telling you about, once I got around him, he didn't play that. He just came from different roots. So if I told him, yo, let's go cause some mischief in the neighborhood, he was like, what? We playing basketball and Pokemon cards.
Yeah, so he was one of your teachers and mentors as well.
Exactly, yeah. And
beautiful.
Once I hanged out with him, I was like, man, I ain't getting in trouble. So I just kept hanging out with him and stopped hanging out with the old crew
Yes.
where we was always getting into something. And again, it's my fault too. I was with him and I decided to do it. But net, I was like, look, I'm going this way.
Crossroads.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And you could have easily gone down that other way, man.
Yeah. And their rap sheet today, I looked
Yes.
at it one time. I was trying to give him a job, like get him a job opportunity.
Okay.
And I looked up their rap sheet and I was like, bro, dang, yeah, I forgot we did all that when we was young. But they kept going down that path. So I was like, man, I can't help you. You got too much charges. Yeah. They were getting all types of stuff.
Wow.
Grand Theft Auto, blah, blah, blah.
Well done.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well done to you, bro. Wow. Okay, let's go back to your mom making that poor decision of choosing that partner as a crackhead who was a crackhead.
No, crack dealer.
Crack dealer.
I don't know if he did it. I don't know if he got high off his own supply.
Okay, so the crack dealer.
Yeah. What about
yeah, just so dive deeper into why you think that she made that poor decision.
I don't know.
No.
Yeah, that's moms. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even know. I mean, I could speculate, but it's just speculation. And if I actually had that conversation with her, but it never was that important to me. She makes her decisions with her life. I made mine. And, my life is good today. And so it's okay. Everybody, I just learned from them. That's it.
What's your mom like now?
She's cool. She's retired now.
Yeah.
But she's doing good for herself. And, I guess a lot of things that I've done, I led the way of showing her what you can do when you make better decisions.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So it sounds like your friend's influence going down the positive path influenced you, and then your influence has just echoed on to everyone you meet, such as we're doing today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Beautiful.
Yeah.